Dangerous and limitless.
.430 left. Wilson picks the pocket. Josh Wilson all by himself. Adam Hyde. He will run. Josh Wilson attacks the basket, puts it up with the right hand and scores. Wilson waits for the trailer to set the screen. It's Kovacevic. Head of the key three. Splash. Out by Neville.
We are here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jay Will, your boy. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you, black man. Thanks for joining us. This is your boy, Adam Kelsey with Fat Boy Fit, here for another episode, for episode 3 of Life After College. And we got our man, Josh Wilson, here with us. So appreciate you for joining us on the show today.
No problem, no problem.
So Josh, what you got in that trophy case behind you, sir? I think the folks want to see that.
We got tournament champions, conference champions, tournament champions. Conference champion, tournament champion. You see number 0, Jay Wilson, number 0, Jay Wilson, number 0, Jay Wilson, and number 0, Jay Wilson. They have, the coach actually has my All-American plaque in his office, so I wish we could have it in his office.
Okay, all right, yeah, not a problem. All right, Josh, so tell us, how did you get to the College of Idaho? And first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I got here, Scott Garson, who is also a LA native, recruited me to come here and play.
Okay, all right. So obviously, like for some of the people, like what we're going through for the show, you know, just going over the life after college and things like that. But let's talk a little bit about your college career and things like that. Obviously, you got some great accolades and stuff like that. Obviously, we got your trophies behind the case. So what was the recruiting process to get you here, and what college or high school did you come from?
Okay, so I came from Westchester High School, which is right off the LAX in LA. I was recruited by numerous Division I's and Division II schools. I chose to go junior college for, it was supposed to be for a year, but ended up being 2 years to get better offers than what I had. Then I ended up going JUCO for 2 years. It didn't work out for me to go D1 like I thought I was going to, so I ended up coming to the College of Idaho.
Okay, for sure, man. All right. So how was the recruiting process for you, like as far as it, like, you know, deciding to go D1 or deciding to come to NAIA? How was that?
So pretty much I had numerous Division I's and Division II schools recruiting me, and I never really even heard of NAIA until Scott Garson called me. So pretty much I was waiting for a Division I school to offer me, one of the schools I wanted to go to offer me, but they were messing around, playing around. So I needed to get surgery on my legs. I needed to sign ASAP, so I could get surgery on my leg, and I didn't have really more time to wait, so I just took a visit up to College of Idaho and decided to sign the following week. So, yeah.
Okay, cool, man. For a guy like yourself coming from Los Angeles, how was it first coming out here to College of Idaho back in when? 2000 what?
2013.
2013, you came to Caldwell, Idaho. Was it a culture shock for you coming all the way out here from Los Angeles?
Yeah, it was a major culture shock. Just on my recruiting visit, just never even thinking I'll ever be in Caldwell, Idaho. You know, so I actually took a visit to U of I, which is in Moscow. So took a visit up there, and even then, that's a culture shock. Like, it's just, you don't really see too many of the minorities.
Not dark enough out there for you.
So pretty much came, took a visit, liked the campus, liked the family atmosphere, how like small the campus was, and how you could be like a known commodity, you know, around school and stuff like that. So, and then my first day, I actually landed with my mom and my aunt. We walked into Walmart and just seeing, you know, all the different people, and they're all looking at me like, oh, he's got to be out here playing the sport. Like, got to be out here playing the sport. Got to be doing something. So, yeah, just, you know, my community back home it's diverse, but not as diverse. You know, I grew up with a lot of, you know, my people. So it's, you know, kind of different coming out here. You're like, where I'm from, I'm the majority. Out here, came out here, I'm becoming the minority. So it was kind of, you know, different for me at first, but yeah, I've grown to love it.
All right, Josh, so give the viewers a little bit of information about what it's like, the recruiting process from going from high school to junior college to either Division I or NAIA.
So pretty much, like, to play college basketball is a blessing because there's so many young kids out there who want to be collegiate athletes, and there's only so many spots that are available. Especially now, they're taking foreigners, they're giving them scholarships and bringing them out here. Just, the advice that I have is just stick to the grind. Just grind out all day, all night. Just, your livelihood's got to, depend on it. So pretty much like my process was I started off playing AAU at a late age, so I actually felt like I was kind of behind my peers. So, but I always played the game, I always worked out a little bit, but so I was kind of behind. So once I seen how my peers were already playing AAU, I already had college scouts, I already knew who they were, getting letters, getting phone calls. They were already working out in the gyms, already lifting weights, something like that. So I just pretty much pushed myself, in high school, my last 2 years, to just try to get on their level. So started off working out, just stuck to the grind, started lifting weights, running sand, dunes, shooting every day. So I just pretty much just stuck to the grind the whole time. And the piece of advice is always just stick to the grind, no matter what anybody else is doing or what they have at that time. You can always keep improving every day. That's the beautiful thing about basketball. You can improve daily with your craft. So, yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Like the struggles that you had, obviously, one coming out from Los Angeles, this not being your home and being away from home, obviously, as being a collegiate athlete.
Yeah. So pretty much like the hardest, the first shocking part is actually leaving home. It's like once like your parents are blessed enough to like bring you and help you help you fit into your place you're staying in and stuff like that. It's just actually saying goodbye and not knowing when you're gonna see them again. So pretty much that's like the most difficult part at the beginning. Is just really like it's saying goodbye to your mother or your father. My case is just saying goodbye to my mom and my aunt, and not knowing when I'm gonna see them again. If it's gonna be 1 month or 3 months, or if it's gonna be 6 months when school is over with. And just the hardest part is maybe the first month within school, because you don't really know anybody. Like everything's new to you. Like you don't really know your professors yet. You don't really know your teammates that well yet. So it's just pretty much just trying to find the camaraderie with your teammates and your classmates and stuff like that. So, and my biggest struggle coming here was I had surgery on my left shin before I got here, so I was actually on crutches for the whole summer. So I didn't get off crutches until maybe 2 days before I was able to take a flight to come here. So my whole attitude was kind of sucky when I first got here. So I wasn't really trying to be involved with anybody or hang out or anything like that, because I wasn't really playing basketball the whole first maybe 2.5 months I was here. So I was always doing rehab and different things like that. So I couldn't really have that relief or that stress relief that I needed, playing basketball or hanging out with my friends on the court and stuff like that. So that was my biggest issue when I first got here, was not being able to practice, not being able to play like scrimmages, not being able to work out fully, and then trying to get my strength back in my leg and trying to get my upper body strength back and getting back into game shape and different things like that. So that was my biggest obstacle being at the College of Idaho. Was the first maybe couple months was rough because I wasn't able to practice. I wasn't able to be part of my team because I felt like I wasn't on the court with them, so I wasn't really being part of the team. So
okay, and then you obviously turned that into being an All-American. The numerous accolades that you got there and whatnot, obviously. So you overcame that one. So hey, man, good on you, brother. Thank you very much. What it was like for playing for Coach Garson, and tell us a little bit about who Coach Garson is for the folks who don't know.
So Coach Garson, Scott Garson, was assistant coach at University of Utah and at University of UCLA, and he coached under Coach Majerus and Coach Howland. He was also at Pepperdine for a little bit with Lorenzo Romar. So he's come from a good basketball background. So, and he's arguably the greatest person I've ever met in my life as far as just genuine to people.
So you would say you would hold him in high regard?
I hold him in very high regards, and he really helped, structure my life how it is today, and what I wanted to do with myself, and how I hold myself accountable and just being a good person every day. And he's instilled with a lot of the same beliefs I'm instilled with, and my family put into me. So we got along really well. We clicked instantly. He was the main reason why I even came to the College of Idaho, because his biggest thing was we can embark on this journey together. And he's still to this day. I just seen him maybe 2 weeks ago, and we're still like close family. I might probably go visit him probably in the next couple of weeks and hang out with him, his wife, and his 2 kids. And Coach Garson is just like a wonderful person, great basketball coach, but even a better person as far as he's just genuine with everything he does. Like, he genuinely loves people, and he's good with X's and O's. He knows the game, but outside of basketball, he impacted my life more outside of basketball, because he held me to a standard that I didn't know I could be held to. So he pretty much just genuinely just always cared for me. He's always there for me. If I ever need anything, I know I can always call him, as well as all the other coaches. Coach Kobe Blaine, who's the head coach now, great person, great with X's and O's, great person. Coach Ben Tucker, he's at University of Santa Barbara now as an assistant. He's a great guy. Just seen him a couple weeks ago. Coach Madlock, who was one of the assistant coaches while I was here, just talked to him maybe like a couple weeks ago as well. Coach Lavender, Coach Humphreys, all the coaches were always, pushing me to be better, and not just as a basketball player. They care more about me, Josh, as a person, than as Josh as an athlete. So that's why I respect all those guys to the utmost, and they always, even today, they still push me to be a better person than I am today, and just keep me going with my goals and my ambitions and my dreams. And they're always there to help me and help me through what I need to be helped through and everything like that. So if anybody ever has a coach out there, just make sure you always give them appreciation and tell them thank you for everything. Because they don't have to go out their way to treat you like family. They could just use you as an athlete and push on to the next person. But if you have that coach that sits there and genuinely does care about you and treat you like family, it doesn't just treat you like a commodity, then you always have that level of respect for that person, and always have that genuine friendship and family with that person.
Hey, appreciate that, brother. Thanks for sharing, man.
Back to Wilson. Down to 5. Boys, now let it go. 3-point shot out from Wilson.
Josh actually plays professional basketball. Now, I kind of waited till the end to let that come out. So, didn't want to showcase too much until we got to the end. But Josh is now in his fourth year into the league. Josh, tell us what that was like getting recruited to go overseas, and the teams that you play for and the countries that you've been so far.
So I've been in Germany for a year, and I was in Ireland for 2. So this will be my upcoming 4th season. I don't know where I'm assigned to yet, but I had a couple of leagues and a couple of teams that were interested in me and stuff like that. So I'm just waiting for all that stuff to go through with COVID being done, and being able to get a chance to go back would be a blessing. So so pretty much after after college, I got first team All-American. I got player of the year in the conference, and I always knew I wanted to play basketball professionally. I just didn't know where. Everybody's dream is to go to the NBA, but at some point in time, you got to be realistic with yourself and know that you're just not going to make it there. But you can also make money, good money playing, in leagues in Europe, South America, Latin America, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and different countries. So pretty much I sat down, talked to the coaches. We put a game plan together about how to get me overseas. So after my first year was done in college, I went to Germany. I also practiced with the Idaho Stampede, which is now, I want to say, the Salt Lake Stars in Utah for the G League team. So went to a couple of G League trials, practiced with the Stampede for a while. Thought I was going to get called up to be on their team, but I ended up getting a contract to go to Germany to play in Osnabrück for this team called OTB Titans. Played there for a year. Was going to sign back there, but something went wrong with the funding and some other. Overseas is a bunch of politics, so something went wrong. Ended up going to Ireland to play. Ended up doing really well. They brought me back, played another year. They wanted to bring me back, but their season actually got canceled last season.
Due to COVID?
Due to COVID, so that wasn't what happened. So I came home and tried to figure out what I was going to do next, like as far as playing. So I'm just waiting on that contract to come. I got people working for me, trying to help me out and stuff like that. So just waiting for that next contract to come. So hopefully in the next couple weeks or in next month, I'll know where I'll be heading. Hopefully in September.
For sure. Appreciate that, brother. All right, Josh, tell us the best competition you ever played against, and can you name anybody who you played against that made it to the NBA?
So in high school, my high school was ranked top 3 in the nation my junior year, and I was playing here and there, like sporadically. I started off as a 6th man, and then we went out of state to Florida to one of the really big tournaments I still go on to this day, which is City Palms. And we played against Mount Verde Academy. We played against another team from Texas. We played a team from I want to say Georgia, and they were all high recruits there. I've seen Austin Rivers play, who's in the NBA now. I've seen Tristan Thompson, Corey Joseph, Jabari Brown. We played in Les Schwab, which is in Portland, against Terrence Jones, Kyle Wiltshire. I played against Spencer Dinwiddie. He was not my rival in high school, but we had a little rivalry because Westchester and Taft used to always go at it for the city championship. And me and him were the 2 best guards at that time in the city. So we always had a rivalry between each other. He ended up making us in the NBA after he went to Colorado. So my guy Skia Booker, who's really good. He plays in China pro. I played against a lot of pros, like high-level pros and NBA guys in my day. And when I go back home for open gym, there's guys who play in the league that come to the gym and play with us and stuff like that. So it's just yeah.
For sure. Appreciate that, brother. So Josh says he has a good story for us to share. What do you got for us?
So my guy Adam, I was actually training Adam playing basketball for at least a good maybe week, 2 weeks. And I was teaching him basic layup, packages, dribbling, how to jab, proper form of shooting.
This is true.
And different things like that. So me and Adam played one-on-one a couple of times. So first couple of times I beat him pretty easily. We just playing. The next time we play, and Adam actually beat me, which is crazy. But now he will never play me again. So
that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, folks, name the only defensive lineman to ever beat Josh at a game of basketball one-on-one. It's me. Yeah. All right, I'm the one who has that accolade on him.
Yeah, he did beat me. I haven't played him since, so one of these days we're gonna play again. We're gonna play again.
I'm gonna hold that asterisk over his head for a little bit. For sure. Josh, can you Coach Jay Will over here. Got Jay Will here, folks. Ooh. Folks, that's why I play football.
case, we call it a Euro step, a side step. So we're gonna go, throw the ball this way, we're gonna swing it this way, and then we're gonna finish on the opposite side. You take your first step. All right, so watch again. We're going. This leg go. This leg. We'll go again. We'll go again. I make you guys think of the nation. So we're going. Boom. Bang. Step. And that's how you Euro step. Basic misdirection, fellas and ladies. Basic misdirection.
For sure. Josh, can you give us some closing statements, please, brother?
Just to anybody who watches this who is young or has a dream or passion or even old have a dream or passion, just keep following it, just keep going. And, you know, realistically, I'm not even supposed to be in the position I'm supposed to be in where I come from, you know, so just keep striving for greatness, like my guy LeBron says, and just keep going after it. You know, you never know who's there watching or what blessings come your way, and as long as you put faith in, you know, the man above and, you know, give thanks to him, everything's going to work out in your favor. So,
Hey, appreciate you joining us on the show, brother. Thank you very much.
You're out. Run it up and get it back and then you run it up. Don't run out.